You may have seen people talk about empty ovulation online. Your body goes through all of the signs and signals of ovulation but never releases an egg. It's called LUFS. Sounds pretty terrifying, right? But let's talk exactly about what this is and whether you really need to worry. Hi, my name is Inge Fleur and I am a natural fertility specialist. I help couples worldwide to fall pregnant naturally. And one question I've been getting in my DMs a lot over the years is the question about LUFS. Luteinized Unruptured Follicle Syndrome. So the simple story is that the body goes through all of the motions. All of the hormones are happening. At the beginning, you've got follicle stimulating hormones to mature the eggs. You've got luteinizing hormone that goes up, and then the follicle ruptures, but no egg. Because the follicle does rupture, progesterone is released, and progesterone signals to the body to raise temperature. So it does look like you have a post-ovulation temperature spike that is sustained for about 2 weeks before your period starts again. But of course, you can never fall pregnant because there was no egg in the first place. So because everything is normal, you will not be able to pick this up on a blood test. You will have normal numbers before ovulation. You will have progesterone that goes up that would confirm ovulation. And your chart will also look like you ovulated with a temperature spike and a sustained temperature rise in the second half of your cycle before your period starts again. It happens in about 5% of the cycles of all healthy women. It's not a pattern for most women. It's just a one-off. There are two things that can increase the chance of it happening, and one is endometriosis, because endometriosis can cause adhesions and inflammation also around the ovaries, which prevents a follicle from rupturing properly and releasing the egg. And the other thing is the use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen around your ovulation. Now, I'm not a fan of using ibuprofen in general, but especially if you're having mid-cycle cramps and you want to reach for the painkillers, first of all, try to figure out why it's so painful, because that is not normal. And secondly, maybe switch to paracetamol. It's an easy fix. If you've been trying for a baby for a while, you've been timing it properly, you know exactly when your fertile window opens and closes, your charts look good, your hormone panels look good, and of course, your partner has been checked out, then maybe it's time for a follicle tracking ultrasound around ovulation. And if it happens once during a scan that you do have an empty follicle, there is no egg, then you will be probably called in to do another scan to see if it was a one-off or it was a pattern. And chances are it was a one-off. If you then can bring in a history of charts, your practitioner will know exactly when to start timing that scan for you. So if you've been reading scary things about empty ovulation, take a deep breath. It is usually a one-off. It happens to all of us. It's rarely a pattern. And if you have endometriosis, you already have bigger fish to fry. You are already working on adhesions, on inflammation. And aside from that, stop taking ibuprofen around ovulation.
If you'd like me to do a deep dive on LUFS and the treatment of it in a natural way, let me know in the comments down below and I'll make sure to make that video in the future for you. And in the meantime, if you already know you've got endometriosis or you have PCOS or suspect it, you might be interested in the videos on your screen right now. And in the meantime, see you in the next video. Bye!